Hey, it's Juliet. It is day 8 of the video challenge, and one of the things that we've already been talking about is self-love. And I was watching a bunch of videos last night online that were talking about the same thing. Prince E is talking about the same thing. We've heard Oprah interview all kinds of people that talk about the same thing, which is great. Self-love, awesome thing. But where do you start? If you're in a place right now of judgment and criticism and really not liking yourself very much when you look in the mirror, how do you get started with this idea of self-love? Where do you go? Well, fortunately, there's lots of places to go with that, but there's a great song by Karen Drucker, which I'm just going to put on in the background, and I'll talk about some of the lyrics in this song because it really speaks well to getting started. Getting started with anything, really, but particularly when we're thinking about getting started with loving yourself. Now, having talked about this to lots of audiences and have lots of interactive time with this subject, some people really struggle with it. Some people perceive it as the idea when you start getting them to think about self-love, they think about being narcissistic, being arrogant, it just not being okay because it so goes against what they've been taught. And that might be true for you. And so just owning into this idea that rather than perhaps self-love, what about self-acceptance? What about being okay with who and how you are? Now, Karen's song here is called Gentle with Myself, and that's always a really good place to start. No matter what you're trying to do, is to be gentle with yourself. And the lyric says, I will be gentle with myself. I will hold myself like a newborn baby child.
And I will hold myself like a newborn baby child.
Now, what if you were able to be that gentle? What if you were able to really be your own cheerleader? So self-love for me starts with stopping self-criticism. And that's a big leap. I have lots of people saying, oh yeah, but Juliet, if I don't criticize myself, I'm never going to change, I'm never going to grow. Well, my question is, you've probably been doing that for as long as you've been on the planet, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years even maybe. If you've been criticizing yourself all this time, and the theory is it's going to get you to change, how's it working for you? It's a really simple question, but all of a sudden it's like, maybe it's not working as well as I thought it was. And the lyric that Karen's just got to there, I will only go as fast as the slowest part of me feels safe to go.
As the slowest part of me feels safe to go.
So that's the essence of it. I will be gentle with myself. I will hold myself like a newborn baby child, and I will only go as fast as the slowest part of me feels safe to go. So if you apply those two things with stopping self-criticism, criticism doesn't work. It doesn't work if you're training kids, it doesn't work if you're training animals, and it certainly doesn't work if you're trying to get you to change your habits of thought, behavior, and belief. And so stopping all self-criticism. Now, from a practical point of view, if you've been doing that, if you've been in that habit, that voice inside your head that has all kinds of opinions about who and how you are, that's going to keep on going until you start to become more aware. So just setting an intention, I'm willing to change, I'm willing to stop all self-criticism. Setting up willingness for me is a magic thing. Willingness is about allowing the divine to do its work by just opening the door the tiniest amount and allowing in this intelligence, this infinite wisdom that we live in. Setting a willingness and intention is just really, really powerful. So being willing to change and being willing to stop all self-criticism. And then if you're real good at criticizing, what you'll find is you'll start criticizing yourself for the times when you're criticizing yourself. And so then we go back to this Karen Drucker song. I will only go as fast as the slowest part of me feels safe to go. I will be gentle with myself. I will hold myself like a newborn baby child. And so that's my invitation, is start loving yourself more, start accepting yourself more by stopping all self-criticism. And it's a process, it's a practice, and you need to be patient. So if you've done anything else with me, you know that I teach the 3 Ps: practice, persistence, and patience. So you need to practice persistently, but then you need to be patient with the results. And again, that goes right back to being gentle with myself, holding myself like a newborn baby child. So my invitation to you is to be in that place. Become a parent, a guardian, even if you didn't have a good example of that growing up, now is the time for you to parent your inner child, to keep yourself safe by only going as fast as the slowest part of you feels safe to go, and allowing that unfolding by stopping all self-criticism. Step 1 to loving yourself more. Have a spectacular day. I send you all my love, and I'll see you tomorrow.